We are peaceful. Yes, that's who we are. You are a peaceful being. Can you say that for me in your head? Whisper it, whatever you want. I am a peaceful being. Yes, you are activating this level of consciousness of you, this higher dimensional being of light that you are having now in a human form. It's another increment. Yes, you're source, but there's this other increment of you, of me. And that I am a peaceful being is what that part of you says. Ha! And that's what that part of you believes. So when you lean in and you allow and you trust yourself and you listen with your heart, you are connecting with that part of you. I am a peaceful being. You are aware. I am aware. I am aware. You are observant. You are patient. I am patient. Yes. Yes. And you are kind. I am kind. Yes. Now, yes. Allow a breath, please. Ha pakoa nea taoa ye yana sea tao kokoa. Yane yakawa ye ya. Hapoa ye yana neawa. Allow your breath, please. Yes, clearing in the throat. Just allow. Guanene awa sea tao koa ye yanawa. Yes. Clearing in the solar plexus as well. Thank you. Beautifully done, Holy Ones. Heart still opening, right side still opening and clearing. Just allow. Just be the space. You're magnificent. Yes, thank you for being it. Now, I'm going to give you a daily practice for peace. Some ideas, I guess I could say. Some ideas. I'm going to ask you a couple of questions, and I'd like you to just answer in your own mind, in your own heart, in your own being. And then we're going to talk about the things I'm asking you. Do you pray? Just think of how you feel about that. Do you pray daily? Yes. Or at least weekly, maybe. Do you set intentions? Do you set intentions? Yes. Are you intentional with your energy? Do you sing? Even if you may not have the voice you might feel comfortable with, but do you sing? Do you dance? Yes. Do you feed your soul and your mind higher dimensional energy? I love that one. I love to picture it because you know when you feed your body, you eat, right? You stick food in your mouth and you chew it and you swallow it. And we don't always think about how we feed our mind, how we feed our soul, but we do feed them. We feed them every day, all day long, by what we see, by what we allow ourselves to think about what we see, about what we hear. Do you own your power? And do you clear your power as needed, your energy, your aura, your field? And do you clear it from sovereign love and not fear? Those are very different. It's very good to clear your field. You can hold an intention. We're going to talk about each one of those in depth. But if you are doing it from fear, you're not clearing anything. It's like I said this before once. You're like cleaning the house with muddy feet. You can mop up all you want, but when you get done and turn around, there's going to be clumps of dirt all across the floor. Now, let's look at these really quickly, and because I have more. I'm going to do my best to end it at the hour, but all right, now, do you pray? Now, prayer is a personal thing. Now, you can, and you should pray your way, in the way that feels comfortable to you. My prayer life has adjusted greatly over the expansion of my understanding of who I am. What do I mean by that? When I first began praying, it felt more as if I was coming from a space of separation, coming from a space where I was inadequate. I couldn't move the mountain. I couldn't make the difference, or, you know, and so then it moved it was coming from a space of, yes, seeking that from something outside of me. And then I went through this understanding of how powerful our words are. So I was still seeking it from something outside of me, but I was going into this space of, I'm going to command it. Did you ever live there? Do you know what I mean? And so I lived there for a few years, and they were good years. But I kept understanding myself more, and understanding the separation space kept changing, and it was ah yes, becoming clearer to me how much I was a space of that which I was hoping would save me. This took years for me. Allow your prayers to match where you're at, and they should. They should feel good to your heart. So when you pray, it should make you feel like you are safe. Yes, you should feel that you are loved. Now, if your prayer in any way, yes, aligns you to a space of feeling separate, that's what happens when you start waking up. Your prayers, your intentions, your songs, your all the spaces of you start feeling like they don't match up exactly like they did. That's a sign. Nothing's wrong. You're growing. So a lot of the time people get in their head about it and they think God's not hearing me because this feels like I'm alone, or my team of light is not hearing me because this feels like they're so distant. I'm still dealing with this. I'm still moving through that. I must be doing it wrong. Those are all notifications you're sending you that you have the opportunity to change the space. And the only way it changes is by everything we've already talked about. Something in you has to change in order for the space to change. You have to be open, willing, available for a new alignment in order for that alignment to be. Being open to your prayer life changing. Just being open to it, not even trying to change it. Just being open is a huge step. So, whoever's hearing this, wherever you're coming in at, engaging peace. Yes, yes, yes. Allowing prayer, yes, will assist in your engagement of peace. Yes. Does this make sense to you? And I actually have classes I've taught on prayer. They're on Patreon. If you're in this level, you have full access to all of those. Some of them have already been made public. But we've talked about prayer and death before. It's a big space because it totally holds the separation factor. Because at the most probably yeah, the level at which you would enter into engaging prayer, period, yes, is usually underneath the energetic alignment of separation. And that's not that that's wrong. It's just an understanding of energy. That's all I'm trying to do, is just tell everybody there's these different levels of energy. There's these different alignments of energy. They all create different realities. You get to pick which one you run. None of them are wrong. They're just different. They're just different. And everybody needs to run the one that feels right to them, or they won't work anyways. You cannot force energy to be something it is not. Your vibration is your core essence. It'll come out your words. It'll come out your thoughts. It'll come out through your actions. I think there's a verse. I know my mother used to say this words to me all the time when I was a little girl, but I think it comes from the Bible. Yes. Something to the extent of, yes, what's in the heart comes out the mouth. And we know how powerful the heart is, right? So do you pray? Think about that one. Think about how, you feel about it. Are you open to understanding the connection of yourself and to that which you are praying to or praying about or praying in connection with? Can you allow that opening, that ebb and flow of you? Yes, your vibration, your connection, and less separation. Yes. And then setting intentions. Intentions are just, I say just, that's a really silly word to use with the words intentions because they're so big. But intentions are the way in which you, yes, are predetermining or presetting, yes, the way in which you're going to implement your energy. So I intend I am well. I intend I am whole. I intend I am healthy. I intend I am wealthy. I intend I have everything I need and everything I want, and it flows easily into my life. That's an intention. Now, yes, this is kind of a little bit of a caveat, but yes, you have to have an action that matches your intention, or it's faith without works. Are you with me? You know the verse, faith without works are what? Dead. So if you hold the intention, yes, that everything you want and everything you need flows easily into your life, and I can say it so fast because I said it a million times over in about 2007, 2008. That was my mantra. And everything it does. This is where I live now. But I had to act. I couldn't just intend it. I had to act. I had to take daily actions that matched that intention. That's another class. I have a class on abundance, and that's what we talk about in there. But I'll throw that in. So pray, intend, and then sing and dance. Why? It's movement of your energy and it's fun. Even if you're not the best singer or you're not the best dancer, go in your bedroom or your living room or do it in your car or in the shower, but don't slip. Be careful. Remember, I said that. Put some music on that you love and think about all of the glorious, beautiful spaces of you. You say, oh, this was a hard day or a hard week. I'm not seeing them so much. Well, go get your imagination out. Dig up an old memory. You better do something because you're the one running the energy. This is how the system works. But dancing, singing is a fantastic way to amplify your gratitude, to amplify your happiness. What happens when you amplify happiness? Well, you're in the engagement of peace. Yes, and you're amplifying the alignment of a happy experience coming your way. Universe does not, the system does not, God does not, yes, lean in and decide what to do to you outside of a connection with you. Universe, God, the spaces of you registers what you are vibrating as. No judgment. You can vibrate any way you want. That's what sovereign beings do. And then sovereign beings experience accordingly. Yes, the generators of realities. You can generate whatever reality you want. And when you get good at understanding, you have a faith that passes all understanding. Yes, your generation of realities is going to become quicker and quicker and quicker. Yes, because you are, aligned into that space of yourself. That's a vibration as well. Yes, the faith of that you are creating. gets stronger and stronger and stronger. And all of a sudden things are happening a little bit quicker. They're being a little bit, clearer to see. And singing and dancing amplify the engagement of peace. It's really hard to be in an outside of peace when you're singing and you're dancing. And sometimes that's a wonderful tool to just jolt everything into a new alignment. Are you with me? I live on a dirt road. We had a lot of rain lately. If I'm not careful in my car, it's not four-wheel drive. If I go into a muddy, low-lie space, I could get stuck and I would need a little bit of a jolt, a little bit of a push to get me out of that mud. Or if you're ever in a day that feels kind of muddy, start singing or dancing, and I bet you'll get that jolt to get you out of that mud. Are you with me? All right. And do you own your power and clear as needed from sovereign love and not fear? You should do that daily. It can be as simple as, I like to do it like this. Do I do it every single day like this? No, I do not. So please don't judge yourself if you fall off the, daily thing. And then you're just creating another space of no peace, right? Don't go there. Just take each day as it is, allow it to be what it is. Don't judge yourself. Don't judge the space. Just be as present as you can, as aware as you can, as observant as you can, but have fun. You're not here to just implement all these protocols and bullet points. You're here to actually live, breathe, sing, dance, love, laugh, be you. So this is super easy though. You wake up in the morning, you give yourself 1 minute, 60 seconds. You can do this, okay? And there's a million ways to do it. This is just one. You wake up in the morning and you put your hands on your chest and you just allow yourself the intention. You can say it out loud or you can just think it and believe it in your being. I'm clearing my field. Yes. I'm allowing my flow. Yes. I am the I am within form. Yes. I'm clearing my field. I'm allowing my flow. I am the I am within form. Yes. And you can breathe and just allow the space. Do it again before you go to bed. That's lovely. Anything you're going to move you into your day is automatically in that alignment of that I am divine engaging peace space of you. And at the end of the day, anything that may have been off of that path at all, at any space, is now being given the opportunity to reset again right before you go into sleep. I do add this in, and I do it a lot. I will tell you this. I do this more than I do what I just told you. I say to myself before I fall asleep, what went well? Right before I fall asleep, I ask myself, what went well today? And I look at it, I blow it up, I focus on it, I feel it, I amplify it, I get all kinds of gratitude and excitement about it. I don't care if it's the same thing that went well the day before or the day before that, but I say what went well. Yes. So when I go to sleep, I'm not thinking about anything that's out of that alignment of peace. I'm thinking about a space that made me happy. Does this make sense to you? All right, now we're almost done with the notes.